a day of global tumult headlines from around the world. March 3, 2025 will be etched in memory as a day of heightened tensions, economic tremors, and a palpable sense of uncertainty across the globe. From the battlefields of Ukraine to the bustling streets of Mannheim, the day unfolded with a barrage of news, each headline carrying the weight of potential ramifications. As we delve deeper into the unfolding narratives, one thing is certain: the world is grappling with a complex web of interconnected challenges, the outcomes of which remain to be seen. The day began with escalating tensions in the ongoing Ukraine-Russia conflict, as President Zelensky remained resolute in his demand for comprehensive security guarantees before entertaining any ceasefire negotiations. Meanwhile, in the volatile Gaza Strip, hopes for a lasting peace seemed to wane as the second phase of ceasefire talks between Israel and Hamas faltered, with no tangible progress reported. Across the Atlantic, the United States found itself grappling with domestic challenges and a rapidly shifting economic landscape. Former First Lady Melania Trump emerged as a vocal advocate for online safety, throwing her weight behind the Take It Down Act, a bipartisan bill aimed at combating the growing menace of revenge porn and deepfakes. Simultaneously, President Trump sent shockwaves through the global economy with his announcement of sweeping tariffs on imports from Canada, Mexico, and China, a move anticipated to further inflame trade tensions. As the day drew to a close, the world watched with bated breath, grappling with the implications of these unfolding events. From the streets of Athens, where protests over a tragic train crash anniversary turned violent, to the halls of power in Beijing, where China unveiled ambitious economic measures aimed at revitalizing its flagging growth, March 3, 2025, served as a stark reminder of the interconnectedness of our world and the fragility of peace and stability in these uncertain times. Tensions flare on the world stage: Ukraine, Gaza, and a divided globe. The ongoing conflict in Ukraine continued to dominate international headlines, with President Zelensky's unwavering stance on ceasefire conditions drawing both praise and criticism. His insistence on ironclad security guarantees before any negotiation with Russia underlined the deep distrust and the immense stakes involved. While acknowledging the crucial support provided by the United States, Zelensky expressed reservations, particularly in the wake of a reportedly tense meeting with former President Trump. Adding to the volatile mix, the fragile peace in the Gaza Strip appeared increasingly precarious as the second round of ceasefire talks between Israel and Hamas yielded no breakthroughs. The international community watched with growing concern as reports emerged of Israel restricting the flow of essential aid and goods into Gaza, further exacerbating the humanitarian crisis in the region. The escalating tensions between Ukraine and Russia, coupled with the stalled peace process in Gaza, served as stark reminders of the deep divisions and intractable conflicts plaguing the global landscape. The international community, grappling with its own internal divisions and competing priorities, seemed unable to forge a united front to address these pressing crises. Meanwhile, in a chilling incident that shook the German city of Mannheim, at least 2 people lost their lives in a suspected car attack. The authorities, swift in their response, apprehended a German national with a history of mental illness, raising concerns about the potential motives behind the attack and prompting heightened security measures across the city. As the world watched these events unfold, a sense of unease settled in, highlighting the complex web of geopolitical tensions, humanitarian crises, and security threats that continue to challenge global stability. The need for diplomacy, dialogue, and a renewed commitment to international cooperation has never been more apparent. Economic shockwaves and political shifts, from tariffs to technological investments. The global economy braced for turbulence as President Trump announced the imposition of hefty tariffs on imports from Canada, Mexico, and China, a move widely perceived as protectionist and likely to trigger retaliatory measures. The tariffs, set to come into effect on March 4, 2025, sent shockwaves through financial markets, with the Dow Jones Industrial Average plummeting by 2.1% and the tech-heavy Nasdaq experiencing a steeper decline of 3.5%. Amidst the economic uncertainty, a glimmer of hope emerged from the technology sector, as Taiwan Semiconductor Manufacturing Company, the world's largest contract chip maker, announced a massive $100 billion investment in the United States over the next 4 years. This strategic move, aimed at expanding TSMC's existing operations in Arizona, is projected to create thousands of high-paying jobs and bolster America's semiconductor manufacturing capabilities, a critical area of strategic importance in the global tech race. On the political front, China took center stage with its annual National People's Congress, where the country's leadership unveiled ambitious plans for economic recovery. With a focus on stimulating domestic demand and boosting innovation, China set its sights on achieving a GDP growth rate of around 5%, signaling its determination to navigate the choppy waters of a slowing global economy. Meanwhile, in a historic moment for Syria, the war-torn city of Damascus witnessed its first Ramadan free from the decades-long rule of the Assad family. This significant shift in the political landscape offered a glimmer of hope for a nation yearning for peace and stability after years of devastating conflict. As the world grappled with the implications of these economic and political developments, one thing remained clear: uncertainty and volatility would continue to define the global landscape for the foreseeable future. Domestic developments and cultural milestones, a glimpse into America's day. Beyond the realm of international affairs, the United States found itself grappling with a range of domestic issues and celebrating cultural milestones. Former First Lady Melania Trump continued to champion her advocacy for online safety, urging lawmakers to pass the Take It Down Act, a bipartisan bill aimed at combating the scourge of revenge porn and deepfakes. Her vocal support for the bill brought renewed attention to the devastating impact of online harassment and the urgent need for legislative action to protect victims. In a move that surprised many, President Trump unveiled his plans for a national crypto reserve, a digital asset reserve intended to safeguard the country's economic future. The reserve, according to the president, would include a basket of cryptocurrencies including Bitcoin, Ether, XRP, Solana, and Cardano. The announcement sparked intense debate among economists and financial experts, with opinions sharply divided on the wisdom and potential implications of such a move. On the cultural front, the 97th Academy Awards, popularly known as the Oscars, captivated audiences worldwide. The night belonged to the independent film Anora, which swept the awards, taking home the coveted statuettes for Best Picture, Best Director, and Best Actress. The film's critical acclaim and commercial success underscored the enduring power of storytelling and the universality of human emotions. As the day drew to a close, the United States, much like the rest of the world, found itself navigating a complex tapestry of challenges and triumphs. From political advocacy to technological advancements, from economic anxieties to cultural celebrations, the nation continued to evolve, its story intertwined with the unfolding narratives of a rapidly changing world.